Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ola and this is the Berkshire, Massachusetts treasure hunter. We're not going to do treasure hunting today. We are going to do some aquascaping in my Evo 13.5 gallon reef tank. We're going to do the rock scaping, so I got a few pieces to work with. The ones you can see, and one of these. Just to call a donut, and there's some arches. You don't have much room. This template here that's on the table, it's pretty much what you got to work with. And we are going to try a new technique today. We are going to try and use cigarette filters and super glue. I saw them use it for the freshwater tank, but I don't know if it can be used in salt water, but we're gonna try. So what I did is I took them out. That's cotton, so that's 100% natural. I took that out of the filters, and we're gonna use super glue and see if it will tie the rocks together. We're gonna do something like, oh, hold on, I can't have it set on the camera. Hold on. There we go. We're gonna do something like this, maybe, or even get the rock all the way up, or like this. This might work. As you can see, there's plenty of flow that can go around it, so maybe we'll try this. So hold on, I'm going to get the glue ready and we're going to see what happens. So what you do, you shove some cotton down in the cracks here. I gotta go get my little tweezer to help me. You shove some cotton down in the cracks, and then you use super glue. And theoretically it should stay. It does with freshwater rocks. So, and this one is not in salt water yet, so I guess we'll see what happens. Hold on, I'll get back to you. So something like that. You got plenty of space underneath it. I'm holding it together right now. So let me see if we can get it a bit further down here. There we go. So it's hanging on its own weight pretty much. If I let go, it'll all tumble down. So what we gotta do is get some cotton down there in the different cracks and find out where it's leaning against. Okay, let's see what happens, because you can't see it that good. See if I can get a little bit closer here. So, see the cotton? What you pretty much got to do is get it saturated. And then work a little bit with it. Get it in there. Doesn't matter, this is getting wet. Then you got some rubbing alcohol, and you go. And it will instantly almost set up. As soon as as soon as super glue gets wet, it sets up. So see what happens. Let's sit here for a second. And see, I'm letting go. Hot as a rock. You got to put a little bit of alcohol on it, get it wet. And as soon as you do that, it instantly sets up. And it's pretty much, almost said rock solid, but that would be stupid. So now, if I let go here, the rock will tip over. So yeah, you can actually use a cigarette carton. We gotta put some more on though, because now the rock is just hanging. And you don't have to be worried about this carton, because it's now embalmed in super glue, so it won't do nothing. But yeah, this rock is not going anywhere right now, so hold on, I'll put you on pause here for a second and get some more cigarette filters in there. Hold on. So we gotta put a foot on it, see? Or else this will come tumbling this way towards me. So same procedure. You get a little bit of cotton, cigarette filters. See if you can get it in there. And you gotta make sure that it's resting right too. Oops, sorry. You gotta have it all the way in there so it's in towards them. There we go. Now, I didn't come up with this idea. I watched a guy from Germany do this in a freshwater tank, and I sent him a message, said, can I do this in reef tanks? And he said, I don't see why not. So maybe if you want to try this next time, instead of using the potty, you can hide this, the potty, the clay, whatever you call it. You can hide this a lot better. So now you got some cotton in there again. You take your super glue and you just saturate it. You gotta get some more. By the way, this is just super glue from the dollar store. The liquid kind, you can't use gel for this. You can use gel for your corals and all that good stuff. So there you go, you push it in good so it's touch, and then you spray it with alcohol. And the alcohol does so as soon as it gets wet, the super glue sets up. You can get some hardener too, but this is basically it. Now rubbing alcohol will just evaporate, so no harm is going to get done. So now we got a foot on our aquascape, and let it dry. Let's lift it and see what happens. See? So that's pretty much it. When I put it in, I gotta make sure I got enough room to get the magnets and cleaning magnets and stuff behind. Yeah, and this here is already solid, so hold on, I'm going to spray it one more time. So yeah, the rubbing alcohol makes it harden. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a few pieces on the back side, just so, hold on, I'll get you up. There's the foot. Don't worry about these tweezers with super glue, just don't get it on your hand. So you put, oh, might get it on my hand. So we put it in here, in the corner, pushing it in. Because it won't stay. There we go. See that? So there's super glue in here in the corner. I mean, not super glue, cotton. And you take your, see if I can get real close. You take your glue and you just go, let it soak in real good. And then you take your alcohol and go. Just gotta get it moist. The super glue, as soon as it gets moist, it sets up. So yeah, now we can give it a few seconds. That should be fine anyway. And we can turn it around like it's supposed to be. Like that. Now the only place you can see a little bit of white is in there. So see, it wants to tip a little bit forward, so we might make a little arch here too with something. I'll see if I can find a little rock and put here, but you get the idea. If you don't like the super glue look, you can always put some rocks down on it and glue it in there. So, but yeah, you get the idea. So now we got a floating, sitting up in the air, floating rockscape. You could build out towards this way if you had more rocks. Now, like I said, I only got this. This is my template, so I'm almost sticking over. So that's all I got. It's only a 13-gallon tank, so the Evo. So, but yeah, that's how I'm going to do rockscape from now on. Don't mess around with the party. This works 10 times better. I'll reinforce it a little, but yeah, this is not going anywhere, and I hope it's not going anywhere when it gets into salt water. I don't think it will, but I guess we'll see. But for now, it's pretty damn cool. So you can make floating rock works. You just gotta. The guy I was watching the first time from Germany, he was using rubber bands and bale wire to hold it where he wanted it, and then he was gluing it. And then he made a foot, and that's pretty much how you do it. Now this rock was from I can't remember. This is this purple rock. It comes purple with bacteria painted on it, so it's purple. This is all back to natural because this is part of the rocks that was in my Nuvo 40-gallon, and it was infected with a dino algae, so it was sitting in a 5-gallon bucket with water and bleach and a pump for about 5 days, and then after that it was sitting for 5 more days in RO water with prime, and then when that was done, it was sitting in RO water for another 5 days. So it's all clean. There's no dino anymore, but yeah, those. So you can see the bleach eats the paint right off. You might be able to see a little bit of purple, but yeah. So I'll get back to you when I put it in the tank. We got a little cave here, but for now I'm gonna reinforce this a little bit more, and I'll come and show you when I put it in the tank. So this is pretty much the finished result. So yeah, you can definitely use cigarette filters and super glue. Remember, it can't be the gel. The gel you use for gluing corals. It's just from the dollar store, regular brand super glue. They have that in gel too. I always use the gel. Take the cigarette filters out of the paper, use the cotton, put it in the cracks, saturate it in super glue, and then spray it with a spray of rubbing alcohol, and it turns into a rock, so it won't leach into your aquarium. So yeah, as you can see, the rock is floating over here, and over here it's floating. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool. I'm going to be pretty close to the edges, but that's okay. But there'll be plenty of flow underneath, so we might even put an island out here in front, maybe this one, for the Nordic corals that spreads too much. So yeah, I'll come back when I put it in the tank. But yeah, cigarette filters and super glue, awesome aquascape material. I'll get back to you when I put it in the tank. So if you think this is not sturdy after it's glued with cigarette filters and super glue, pretty sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere, so let's put it in the tank. We'll be right back. So this is how it's going to be. As you can see, the rock is floating, and there's room for cleaning the glass. I gotta move it a little bit away from the front here, and there's room back there, so there will be plenty of flow. There's plenty of flow underneath, not much is touching, so yeah. Plenty of room to put some corals. The whole aquascape is floating. So yeah, next time use cigarette filters and super glue, and you can make an awesome scape. You can keep building, and that's, I mean, it all depending how much room you got. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, press subscribe and like. Like I said in my first video, we're gonna probably go hunting or metal detecting this next week if we can get in the ground. But for now, this is this aquascape. So, and by the way, I got plenty. Okay, so all my batteries are going low. The one just died, so I'll hurry up here. So yeah, we got to move that a little more over in the back so we get a bit away from the front. And next week is going to be, or next video is going to be putting sand and water and start the cycle. I hope you all have a nice weekend. Like I said, press subscribe and like. And next time you want to glue some rockscape, fresh or salt, use cigarette filters and super glue. See that white spot? That's the super glue. You can very easily hide it. Glue a rock right in front of it. So yeah, you all have a nice weekend. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back with the rockscape. See this white stuff? The cotton. It will turn white, you know, and it will stick out a little bit. You can see it. So I was like, I think I want to cover that. So what you can do is glue some rocks on, or take some sand if you have any leftover gravel from other projects, which I have a lot of. It's just arcanite sand or crushed corals. I got a few pieces, but I think they'll stick. Oh, maybe not. But I think what I'm going to try and do is put a little bit of super glue here and there, and then I'm going to do this. And I know it's spilling on the table, but that's fine. Take my and hopefully that covers it. See how it, now you kind of can't see the white. You can see the sand color, but I'm going to try the same in here. Hold on, I'm going to lift it a little bit up. I'm going to pack it in there. Give it a spray with rubbing alcohol. Much much better. I have one more down here. You can kind of see if you sit down on the couch, you'll be able to see this. See, and right there. I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe I should try and spray. Oh, I'll probably have to do this. It looks like I'm spilling a lot, which I am. Okay. And hopefully we can take a leftover and just go like that. No, it's not quite sticking yet. So I gotta put some more in there. Whoa, hold on. Now it hopefully sticks. So in there. So hopefully that'll work a lot better. I know it did up here. Can't see the white anymore. So yeah. That's how you cover your white spots, I guess. I'm about to put it in the tank and put some sand and water and all that. That'll be the next video. So I think this is going to be a 4 or 5 part video. I just got an awesome package from Ireland from D-Flow Designs, and I'm gonna unbox later. We're gonna do something with the flow. So I'll get back to you. Bye.